It all started, or ended, in Brookfield, Massachusetts. I'm currently semi-retired. Semi because after more than 600 job applications, employers don't seem to hire people with silver hair. There really ought to be a law against that. Though I do occasional part-time contracts as an instructional designer. Eventually, I realized that I'd have to take my office and my life on the road, living in a small camper for a while. The first week was rough. In the space of 72 hours before leaving, I got the camper, got divorced, lost loved ones, the dog, the house, and my community. Apparently, it was time to move on. My name is Michael, and this is the story of my journey. In short, I left New England and its snow right after Valentine's Day 2019, headed south and stayed in various motels and dives to save money. Why not just camp on the way, you ask? Try finding open RV sites at low snow. They don't profit well and probably can make more money by closing for the winter than they would if they stayed open. Come to think of it, I can't remember seeing any RVs driving through my town in Massachusetts in the midst of winter. No, my best chances of finding a site was to get south of the Mason-Dixon line and then start looking. Future plans? I'm slowly heading south along the Atlantic coast to visit friends for a while in Florida, then head west to Texas and north to Oklahoma to see my graduating daughter when she and her boyfriend arrive there this summer for another round of school. Then I'll head west to see my oldest daughter and meet her fiancé just after they arrive from their 3-year teaching gig in Japan. After that, I'll head south a bit to the Air Force Academy to see my son when he arrives from his present tour in Korea. And finally, as the cold weather starts to kick in, I'll wend my way south to the warmer climes of either New Mexico or Arizona, a place where I once lived. Camping on BLM land is free, so I'll probably spend some of the winter there as well. At least, that's the plan. But as we all know, no plan goes unaltered as it meets real life, so nothing in the next year would surprise me at all. Amherst and Sunderland. Traveled a bit and stayed with friends near Amherst, Massachusetts for President's Day and for an additional snowstorm day. Ironically, during the first few weeks of my RV journey, I didn't use the camper at all. When you leave Massachusetts in the middle of February, don't even bother to look for RV campgrounds. They don't usually appear until April or May. Otherwise, they wouldn't make enough money to stay open. I hadn't really considered that with everything that was happening in my life. So it looks like low-rate hotels and motels for a while, at least till I get south of the Mason-Dixon line. Hazleton, Pennsylvania. I stayed at a 2-star Ramada Inn by Wyndham in Hazleton, Pennsylvania for a few days, ducking another snowstorm. This one close to Route 81, and even Domino's Pizza wouldn't deliver because of the weather. The room was okay, but certainly not high-end, but it did save a few bucks. Next stop, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Stayed a few days in Chambersburg, as I was still working on a Yale project and had a few deadlines to meet. Additionally, it was too early to get to Myrtle Beach based on my reservations with the RV park there. Got a lot done at Yale, $50 per night though. Still had a lot of snow and no open RV parks, but I'm still north of the Mason-Dixon line. In fact, the whole trip so far has been like playing whack-a-mole with Mother Nature. Stop, snow, go, stop, snow, go, stop, snow. It made for an interesting first couple of weeks. Despite the low price though, the Motel 6 was very comfortable. Wrightsville, North Carolina was the next stop. Only 2 hours north of Myrtle Beach, I petered out after a long drive. Just short of 500 miles from Chambersburg, it made for a 10-hour haul. You can't drive with a trailer dragging behind you as you can when you're driving solo. I considered Myrtle Beach to see if I could extend the reservation back one day, but it was already getting dark, so I decided to stay near Wrightsville, North Carolina for the night. That way I could sleep in the morning and head out for a leisurely 2-hour drive the next day, March 1st. Thanks for taking the time to watch this part of my journey. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button just below. If you'd like to continue traveling with Fimian, hit the subscribe button.